Welcome back, everyone. I recently did a two cashies runs this month for February, and there's a fair few here. There's a nice little video here, for you. I will say that there's about 5 here that I got from like a Salvos after I went to cashies. So I'm just going to include them because bugger it. But I'm going to call this the cash grab. Cash grab. Cash grab. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright, first up, let's do the Buble Blu-rays. I can do a couple of these at once. There's some just sort of standard stuff in here, really. I'm going to have to do you together, but I'll just do some little bundly things. Me and my partner have been doing some movie marathons and all that. We watched the OG Batman. I guess not the OG Batmans, but you know, the Burton ones and the Joel Schumacher ones. It's cheesy. Even the Tim Burton Batmans are so cheesy. Like, if you actually like rewatch them, they've got so much cheese in it that Tim Burton's gothic-esque style kind of hides away from that fact that they're still very cheesy in its own way. And I think Joel Schumacher just like went old school Batman kind of comics, just like nice flary lights and all that. It's very colourful and all that, but the cheese hits much harder. But anyway, I just realised I don't have the Nolan Batmans. So I was like, you know what, I see them everywhere. I'll grab the Nolan Batman. So I got the Nolan Batmans, $3 each for these Blu-rays. All these Blu-rays for $3 each. There are a lot of Blu-rays at the cashies that I go to. It's like $1 for a DVD, and it's either $3 or $5 for Blu-rays. Kind of depends. It's up and down sometimes. But great series of films there. I watched these recently. I do like them, but I just thought, fucking why not? They are good films. They are good Batman flicks. Christian Bale's great Batman. I mean, I like Val Kilmer's Batman. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought Val Kilmer was a good Batman. It'd be cool if he did the next one with that had George Clooney in it, but well, whatever. Can't win them all. Next up, we will do. I saw this one and I was just like, for $3, I was like, yeah, okay. I remember seeing the the trailer for this many moons ago, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this looks sick. And I don't think it like even hit Australian cinemas. Even if it did, it was like, bugger all cinemas and small runtime. But this is, what's it called? The Iron Mask with Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Frenchy British fucking thing going on there. Look at that. I was like, okay. It's 2 hours. Hopefully there's a lot of Jackie Chan and Schwarzenegger in this. I think Schwarzenegger did this. This is 2019. So this is like, I think, it's probably Schwarzenegger's last film, to be honest. It was either this or that little cameo in Expendables. Maybe that was even before, but I don't think Schwarzenegger's done much since then. He's sort of retired now, I believe. He doesn't really do much. But yeah, Jackie Chan. Tell me how, if anyone's seen this, please tell me how it goes. I think I want to know, but I also don't at the same time. The Iron Mask. Put you on the ground. Next up, another $3 one. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was a cool little crime action flick. Typical, another Guy Ritchie film. Guy Ritchie. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Another $3 bargain, I think. It's got everyone's 2 favourite Hollywood stars right there. Henry Cavill, who's just having a bad streak. with rolls and all that, and our favourite, Kinky Cannibal, Army Hammer. No, I thought this was fucking a good film. I don't care. It's great. Guy Ritchie does some good stuff. Guy Ritchie's fucking getting real prominent as well too lately. He's got a lot of films coming out. Like there's one every year, almost. Really, there's actually like one every year. Guy Ritchie's doing. Even though he was real big in the late 90s, early 2000s. No, not the early 2000s. Late 90s. He fucked it up because he married Madonna, and Madonna just fucking ruined him. Shit. And he's coming back. He's came back, fucking did some films here and there, and I think The Gentleman sort of kickstarted him back into like that crime caper sort of, that crime fucking thing. And he's just fucking churning them out. There's a new trailer for a new Guy Ritchie film. It's crazy. They're coming. They're coming. Next up, anyway, the classic. I didn't own this, and I was like, fuck, it's such a good film. I need it. Pitch Black. Fuck yes. Nice little Blu-ray there. Plenty of special features there. It's been a while. I always think about this film every now and then. It's one of those films that just like, it's a good fucking film. Pitch Black. Like, the other Riddick ones are like here and there, but the OG is still great. I remember first watching this fucking midnight TV, really, when I should be sleeping, but I'm watching like a actiony sci-fi alien horror film at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, is that Vin Diesel from the Fast and Furious That Won't Die franchise? Bam. I wonder what that man's going to do after Fast and Furious die. Like, seriously. That's about all he has. It's really all he has. Any other film he does apart from the Fast and Furious just like never make it. Like Bloodshot and Last Witch Hunter like didn't do well at the box office, so like he just goes back to fucking thing. I know he voices Groot, but like I don't really consider that much of a role when all he does is I am Groot, So I'm interested to know what he's gonna do after Fast and the Furious end. Next up, some action flicks. Some action flicks with Jason Statham, which is every Jason Statham film. I saw this, both Blu-rays, I saw this double disc set. I was like, oh yeah, maybe. And then I saw the third one in a steelbook, and I was like, fucking yeah, alright. Oh, both. I think they're both $3. Well, the double was $5. Anyway, Transporter 1 and 2. So I saw these two, I was like, oh yeah, and then I saw this one, and I'm like, I think you got me. I just like steelbooks sometimes. Every now and again I see a few steelbooks at cashies. I think they're alright. I think they're kind of cool. I don't think I ever saw the third one, to be honest. I've seen the first one. The second one I'm just like 50-50, because it's just like, Transporter is one of those films where like before I completely watched the first one from start to finish, I saw so many clips of each individual film, like 1 and 2, and it's just shit just blended in, and I kind of like, I don't actually know what the hell's going on. I know he's like a getaway driver, and then shit happens. There's a kidnapped Chinese lady in his boot, and people are trying to kill her, and he's just like, no. He's got some morals. But anyway, Transporter 1, 2, and 3. Boom, boom, boom. Next up, I should crack the back. I'm gonna do You for Later. I'm gonna do the. I'll quickly do the Salvos ones. I'll jump into the Salvos ones because I'll get them out of the way. Was that? I know. All right. These. Those. I'll get these for you, folks. I'll fucking sort my life out. These ones and I should have done this before, but oh well. This is the fun of it all, isn't it? Salvos. First up, we have Daniel Radcliffe, Jungle. Greg McLean, who did Wolf Creek, cool Aussie director. Interested in this film. Filmed in Australia, obviously. I think Daniel Radcliffe did a couple of Australian films here. He did that film with the boys and stuff. But anyway, I've always been intrigued about this film. Daniel Radcliffe's a great actor. Pushes himself to the limits. I think he's going to go much further. I like his stuff. I enjoy watching the Rads. Jungle. Next up we have The First Deadly Sin with Frank Sinatra and Faye Dunaway. Frank Sinatra's first film role in like a decade or something. His haunting work as a veteran cop at loose ends turned out to be his final performance. Final performance as well. A late Sinatra. Who directed Brian Hutton? So what's this going? Here we go. While his wife Faye, husband and wife, there you go, lies hospitalized near death, NYPD detective Edward X. Delaney, Sinatra, takes on a tough murder case. He's always gone by the book, but his present circumstances are wearing on him, and he might bend the rules to nail the killer. Well, that might be a little bit of fun there. This is from 1980 as well, when Faye Dunaway was still an item. Next up we have, I saw this and I was like, oh, fucking, why not? Why not? This is one of those Hollywood classics. Killers from Space. I love that. Just a green man with fucking ping pong balls cut in half, and can you just like stick in your eye like a monocle and do that? I just like Killers from Space. It's a nuclear nightmare. This looks like absolute fucking trash, but I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. Atomic scientist Doug Martin is missing after his plane crashes while on an investigatory mission after a nuclear test. Showing up at the base later, he is given sodium pentothal after being caught in espionage activities. He is not believed as he relates how he was captured by aliens who plan on conquering Earth by using giant animals and insects. Oh, I love it when aliens are just like, it's literally a dude. You can see the human. Like, it's an alien. I'm like, at least give him a shit mask. But trash. B grade. This is the stuff. This is the stuff my favourite directors grew on. So I can't say much. Joe Dante and all them. John Carpenter. They love that stuff. So I'm like, alright, let's give it a go. Next up we have Age of Heroes with the lovely Sean Bean and Danny Dwyer. This is a war flick, action-packed British thriller, real-life events of Ian Fleming's 30 Commando during World War II. The template for the modern-day SAS. The Adrenaline film action event takes play our heroes from the edge of defeat on the beaches of Dunkirk to the mountains of Norway on a search and destroy mission behind enemy lines that, if successful, will change the course. It's always changed the course of war. Everything war-related will always change the course of war. I like how they just always have to put that in to make it like edge of your seat. Like anything you do in war will always be to change the course of the war. But anyway, intrigued. I'm guessing Sean Bean probably dies in this. So I'm getting the tears ready. That's for sure. Oh, war flick. Next up we have... Oh, here we go. Yeah. Wild Boys, the complete collection. We got season 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is, you might know the Wild Boys is basically Steve-O and Chris Pontius and the stuff that they couldn't do for Jackass, basically. And there's some of the stuff they couldn't do for Jackass, so they did their own thing. But fucking mental. Absolutely mental. Still, I have to get all the jackasses and all that, but fantastic. Just great fun. Absolutely just great, dumb fun. Happy to grab that. Now, this bad boy, fuck yes, this was at Cashies, but it was it's a 5-disc set, and it was missing disc 3, so I'm like, fuck, there's no point, is there? Because it's missing disc 3, so then that means I have to like find someone who has a copy so they can burn disc 3 for me or some shit. I'm like, just forget it. And then I went to Salvos, and I'm just like, what? Yes, please. This is Watership Down, the enchanting TV animation series. 5-disc set, the complete series, 39 episodes of rabbits running for their lives, getting eaten by rabid fucking wolves and shit, and then rabbits turning rabid. Man. 20 years after the feature-length adaptation of Richard Adams' best-selling novel, this enchanting animated series returns to the South Downs to retell the story of the rabbits of Watership Down. Leaving their endangered warren in search of a new home and driven on by a vision over promised land, the small band of renegade rabbits set out on a perilous adventure across English countryside towards their new home. However, they are endangered by another warren, Ephrafa, which is led by the evil General Woodwort, and they are soon forced to defend their home and lives. Dawn French, Stephen Fry, Rick Mail all provide voices. John Hurt's back. John Hurt's back. He was in the OG film. Play Hazel and Five, and John Hurt and Richard Breeze, who played Hazel and Five in the feature film, voiced General Woodwort and Captain Broom. Played 39 episodes of this timeless animation classic are presented on 5 DVDs, in addition to a new arrangement of Art Garfunkel's Bright Eyes. 897 minutes. That's fucking long. It was 890. Well, 6 hours is 360. 12 hours. It was like an hour. No, it's not an hour. 39. Half an hour each. Really. But still, goddamn. That's a lot. But yes. There's a... So yeah, what was it? Missing disc... Was it disc 3? That was missing that disc. Not mine. Missing episodes 17 to 24. So it seemed kind of pointless. But there you go. Watership Down. I'll get onto that at some point. 900 minutes of animated rabbits running for their lives. Hopping for their lives. Right, next up. Back to Cashies. Let's leave that for later because that's show. Let's do the TV shows last. And there you go. Right. We have a chorus line. I saw this and I was like, Umbrella? I was like, oh yeah, a chorus line. I'm like, Michael Douglas, that looks pretty 80s. And it's 85, so I'm like, good enough for me. Directed by Richard Attenborough as well, which is a fantastic director, as we all know. Thought it'd be a dance choreography by Bob Fosse, but no. Michael Douglas stars as a choreographer who subjects 16 dancers to a grueling audition in this Academy Award nominated adaptation of the landmark Broadway musical. Yes. Dancer. In an audition twist, Zach asks each performer personal, intimate questions, with results that powerfully affect not only the young performers but the hardened stage veteran as well. So Zach's Michael Douglas, though. There you go. So that'll be a bit of fun. A little bit of musical fun. For me. Here we are. A little comedic film. Murder. That was the worst, reveal. I'll cover the whole fucking thing. Murder by death. The world's greatest detectives have been invited to dinner. But when murder's on the menu, who will make it to dessert? Neil Simon's murdered by Dale. Hilarious whodunit that pokes fun at the murder mystery and some of the most popular super sleuths to have their fingerprints on the silver screen. This stars Truman Capote, James Coco, Peter Falk, Alec Guinness, Nancy Walker, Estelle Winwood, Maggie Smith, Peter Sellers, David Niven. It's great, when you got a title that says Murder by Death, you're like, fuck yeah, done. I'm just surprised I got Truman Capote in here. Yes. Can I see him on the front? Yeah, I can't notice him on the front. But there you go. I have sort of read up on this before, so I've always been intrigued about it. Oh my god. Fuck yes. Peter Sellers plays a Chinese man. That's hilarious. There he is right there. And there he is. See? Fantastic. Racism. 1976. Love it. Next up we have Apache. This is all just racism. Burt Lancaster plays a native Indian. I basically bought this for Burt Lancaster and then later realised that it's also directed by Robert Aldrich, who does amazing films. Fantastic director. An action-packed western that pulsates with the power and passion of an Indian war drum. Based on a thrilling true story as well. Here we go. After years of bloody fighting with settlers on the American frontier, Apache Chief Geronimo, he plays Geronimo, Monty Blue is forced to submit to a humiliating surrender, but his fiercest warrior, Masi, played by Lancaster, okay, he doesn't play Geronimo, refuses to accept defeat. With enormous strength and razor-sharp cunning, Massey battles a relentless US cavalry, struggling to stay one step ahead of the highly trained soldiers who have sworn to track him down. And as his crusade escalates into a final epic showdown, Massey knows that he must preserve not only for his life, but also for the pride of his entire race. Fantastic. Nice 84 minutes too. Quick, sharp, straight to the point. Bam. Next up we have The Fourth Kind. What is this? Based on the actual case studies. Now, I don't really know much about this. I've heard it's gotten some decent reviews, but for $1, whatever. Let's give it a go. In remote Alaska, citizens have been mysteriously vanishing since the 60s. Despite multiple FBI investigations, the truth behind the phenomena had never been discovered until now. While videotaping therapy sessions with traumatized patients, psychologist Dr. Abigail Taylor unwittingly exposes terrifying revelations of multiple victims whose claims of being visited by alien figures all share disturbingly identical details. Based on the actual case studies, The Fourth Kind uses Dr. Taylor's never-before-seen archival footage alongside dramatic reenactments to present the most disturbing evidence ever documented in this provocative thriller critics are calling terrifyingly real, the most shocking alien abduction movie to date. Ooh, that looks like fun. Actual footage, archival footage mixed in with dramatization stuff. That always works well sometimes. So I am quite intrigued. Will Patton. I know Will Patton. Alias Cotis. Ooh. Alias. From Crash. Next up we have, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Leonard Cohen. I do like my Leonard Cohen. Love he's one of my favourite songwriters. It seems like a little documentary on the man himself. Fascinating man, fascinating lyricist. This classic documentary captures Cohen as a budding poet in his hometown of Montreal in '64, a celebrated bohemian poised to translate his existential verse into pop immortality on songs like Suzanne and Sisters of Mercy. Shot in black and white and laced with a jazzy instrumental score, the day in a life film begins with a young Cohen delivering a comic monologue about his visit to a friend in a mental hospital, Already a legend in his hometown, Cohen is seen reading poetry to a rapt audience, waxing lyrical, singing and playing guitar among family and friends, sleeping in his $3 a night hotel room. Bam. That would be fun. Nice little watch. Here's one. I just bought this because I haven't seen it in a while, and I do enjoy the first one. Can't really remember the second one, to be honest. But, for $1, I was like, screw it. I prefer the 1 and 2. They're better fun. I liked the first one. That was fun stuff back in the day. When Eddie Murphy was still good and funny. You miss those days. There's a fucking versatile. All the characters he's played there. It's fucking so good. Love it. Next up we have... Oh, yes. More Starship Troopers. This is an animated Starship Troopers film. The Japanese one. Shinji Aramaki. Directed by Shinji Aramaki. Fast-paced thrill ride that tops the original. See, that's the thing. The original had like underlining fucking shit about patriotism and capitalism and all that fun stuff. So it's just like, yes, they can all be gory and fun, but like that's why the first one's always the best, because it's got shit there that if you read into, you're like, oh my god, that's actually smart. It's not just a dumb sci-fi film. But you know what? I'm just expecting some dumb sci-fi action from this. So I do want to see all the Starship Troopers stuff. I'm still trying to find those little animated ones. Those PG rated anime Starship Trooper films. But give me, look at that. MO. I'll show you the back. Special features, 11-part making of documentary. There's a gag reel. I actually love gag reels for fucking animated film. It's great. With the latest in CGI technology. Oh, yes. This film from executive producer Casper Van Dien. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Can't wait. Next up, we have 2 Jackie Chan films. 2 Hong Kong Legend DVDs. First up, we do City Hunter. I don't really remember this one. I don't think I've had this or seen this. Jackie Chan stars as Ayu Seba in this hilarious, lightning-paced tribute to the ass-kicking girl-chasing detective from the popular manga strip City Hunter. So it's based off a manga. And Phil and I say Kong most beautiful man. It's when the hearts of fans are around between the human, blah 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 blah. Keep this action packed from beginning, and the movie features an amazing skateboarding chase, 2 great fight sequences with British kickboxing hero Gary Daniels, and a wonderful high impact encounter with veteran Australian performer and all round nice guy Richard Norton. I don't know, Richard Norton. It doesn't really say much about the film, or what the film's about. It's based off a manga, that's about it. City Hunter. Next up we have... I feel like I've seen this, or have this. So I could have just screwed myself up. The Canton Godfather. A lavish martial arts comic melodrama set in the 1930s. One of the most expensive Hong Kong movies ever made. It took 9 months to shoot and cost 64 million Hong Kong dollars to make. I don't know how much that is in anything else. Well, this is from 93 to inflation and all that fun stuff. Also won the top award for Best Fight Choreography at the 1990 Hong Kong Critics Awards. This is like, when was this made? It says 1993, 2005. Well, there you go. Apparently I can't read. When Wah becomes Hong Kong's head mafia boss, he believes it is Lady Rose's roses that bring him good luck. But he will need a lot more than luck when he finds out that Lady Rose's daughter Belle played by Gloria Yip, who is engaged to a millionaire's son, will be in Hong Kong to discuss wedding plans and meet with Lady Rose, who has been falsely claimed to be part of Hong Kong's high society. Sounds like fun. I feel like I've seen this. Maybe. But a more... I got a fucking sticker thing that won't come off. Oh well, what do you do? You live and learn. 2 Jackies. Now this one. This was basically brand new. It was still in a shrink wrap. It's for $1. I don't fucking remember it, to be honest. I know I've seen it, but I just don't remember fucking anything about it. But it was the first thing I saw, and it was, it's a steelbook. It was $1, so I was like, screw it, let's get it. And then I was just like, the whole time I was holding it, I'm like, do I regret this? I don't know. Terminator Salvation, limited edition steelbook, 2 disc, little slippy jacket thing there. There's a back there. I mean, it was literally brand new, still in the shrink wrap, and I was like, fucking maybe, I guess so. For $1, what do you do? I don't know. So I just said yes. Sam Worthington, Christian Bale, Anton Yelchin, fucking good old Anton. Such a love. Here we go. Can't remember this. I know I've seen it. In the aftermath of Judgment Day and the takeover by the machines, John Connor, played by Christian Bale, the destined leader of the human resistance, must counterattack Skynet's devastating plan to terminate mankind. As Connor rallies his underground street fighters for a last desperate battle, he realizes that to save the future he must rescue his own father, Carl Reese, played by Anton Yelchin. But the most shocking discovery comes with the arrival of Marcus Wright, a mysterious loner from the past who challenges Connor with an impossible choice that will determine the future of the human race, leading them both on a brutal journey into the very heart of the enemy. This is 2009. It's like basically fucking when Sam Worthington was a big name. Did Avatar, this, and like Clash of the Titans. He's like, wow, big boy. Directed by Mac G as well. He's done the last fucking like 4 Mission Impossible films. But yeah, why not? $1 limited edition steelbook. Fuck yeah. All right, TV shows. First up, we have The X-Files season 8. Okay. Good old X-Files. What do you say? Never got to watching it all, but I'm slowly building my series up. Next up, we have Tram, complete 4th season. This finishes my findings of all the seasons. Now I have all the seasons. Now I can finally watch the last 2 seasons. So I never finished it. I think it's fantastic. This is when HBO was fantastic and brilliant. This is only like 300 minutes, which is 5 hours. 5 hours. How many episodes? 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 episodes, so an hour long each. I feel like the other episode seasons were longer. This is great. If you don't know, it's about the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, about people living in New Orleans, musicians and shop owners and I guess lawyers and politicians and whatnot. I think it's really cool. If you do like New Orleans, jazz music and blues music, you'll love this because there's a lot of special guest artists that come in that I've seen like in the first couple of seasons, like so many that just pop in for like an episode or 2 or whatever, with just a few scenes. But it's great, if you're a music lover and you love your drama and you love your old school HBO, it's good stuff. What was this? Right after Hurricane Katrina. I can't remember when that was. Back in the day. 2000. I just showed you that. Yellow Jackets, season 1. I haven't actually seen this TV show, but like I saw this for, I think this was $1 too. So I was like, fucking, let me get the first season for $1 and see how we go. getting good reviews. Apparently it's some horror-esque sci-fi thing going on here. With a thriving high school girls soccer squad is left stranded in the northern wilderness after a plane crash and descended into savage clans where survival becomes even more important than the team. Starring a lot of people. Watch this intense episode of psychological thriller. Good old Christina Ricci there. Fucking Juliette Lewis. What's her name? Melanie Linsky. Such a Castle Rock, but I'm like, that one from fucking 2.5 Men. Let me show you. Oh, can you see? Yeah, but yeah, for $1, I was like, let's check that out. Why not? I could watch it for free, but if I like it, I got it. Alright, last but not least. These aren't movies, they are games. And I'm pretty... First time I went to cashies, one of them was $20 or something. No, $15. And the lady at the counter, she cut it down to 10. Oh, sweetheart. And the other one was $29. She cut it down to 20. I do hope they play. This is the thing worry about getting PlayStation 2 games. Or any kind of like PlayStation 1 or 2 game, like the old school ones, is you look at the disc and some of them just fucking scratch to shit. And if you all know just watching the PlayStation screen and the loading screen, just hope it gets past that like little loading stage. It's always a blessing. So I just hope these work. But anyway, first I'll show you both. I've got Crash Twin Sanity and Crash Tag Team Racing. Had this when I was back in the day when I was young. Family had this. Don't know where it went. I think we had this too, or we had the second one. I think it was the second one, or first. Pretty sure I do remember like a Crash driving game. And I was like, So you get your cars. There's some extra little games there. There's a bowling game if you want. There's explore and unlock new cars and tracks, action and adventure galore. There's another fun game there. I feel like I played this at some point. I do remember it. Crash Twin Sanity. That's when Crash and Nitro had to work together. I believe. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed about this. I do like to try and find some PlayStation 2 games that bring me back to my childhood days. But yes, bam. So that is all. That's all the fun there. Just a bit of just random stuff, a bit of fun stuff, a bit of why did I get that? But fucking it's $1, whatever. All the typical shit. But yeah, that's my little cashies run. I've got some other special stuff there that I will show you all later on in the month. I'm sure more will come at some point, but I'll just leave that. I figured I'd just get rid of this because this is a good 40-minute sort of video. Get it out of the way so it doesn't clog up everything else. But that's it, my loves. Take it easy. I hope you enjoyed. Cheerio. Live long and prosper. Yeah. Boom.